So this week we went through the whole situation with Mollie, Corey, Carmen, and the whole aftermath after Corey got exposed for cheating on Carmen with Mollie. Now you guys should know the whole timeline of events and everything that happened, and today we're gonna get into my conclusion, my opinion on the whole situation. So let's start. Okay, so how did all this start? And it all started from Mollie. And the main issue that provoked Mollie to speak up, which was the beginning of how everything escalated in her first live, was when the people were telling her that Carmen was throwing shots at her on her TikTok, in which we didn't have receipts to prove. There's nothing, no shred of evidence that Carmen was throwing shots at Mollie, because we didn't see anything or anyone mention or link Mollie to Carmen when we first released the video of her in her new hairstyle. People actually claimed that Carmen was copying Bianca, not Mollie. That's all. However, according to Mollie, people on her live were speaking on it. Firstly, she rants about how Carmen allegedly copied her hairstyle. This was her first issue, right?
Said something, I made up this color, I did this first. No, you didn't.
However, following this rant, which clearly was irrelevant to her main issue, was that she brought up Corey for being alleged baby daddy of TJ.
I see why she mad. She can't do nothing to get rid of me, period. Not a nigga stuck with me for his whole life.
This is where everything started and escalated. At this point, I feel that Mollie was trying to hurt Carmen's feelings as a revenge to Carmen, because allegedly Carmen was throwing shots at her and even copying her hairstyle on TikTok. That's why she brought up this DNA test. And this was a fallacy. It was a fallacy called the ignoratio elenchi. If her main issue was with Carmen throwing shots at her, she should have stuck with that, because there's no point of bringing up the DNA test with Corey, as it was so irrelevant. Why bring that up? Because just like everyone else who were dumb enough to think that Carmen was throwing shade at her, they went to her, she believed it, and she felt some type of way, and she felt that doing that was gonna make hurt Carmen's feelings. She took it to the next level when she didn't have to. If she looked at things properly and stopped running off with what everyone else was saying and to their conclusion assumptions, you know, they were putting 2 and 1 together and their answer was 4 instead of 3, they would see that there was no shots towards Mollie. Until this day, there's nothing. But because of this little situation, it opened a whole new can of worms and drama and showed other people's flawed personalities. Now let's get in. Did Corey state the whole truth about his cheating when he made that video with Carmen? Previously, we made a series, How to Catch a Cheater, about Corey and Mollie after they got exposed, and at the end of the series, Corey still didn't go into full detail as to how he cheated on Carmen with Mollie, even though he got exposed for it.
Really avoids going into detail of the conversation and what happened with him and Mollie, and admits to the past and half-ass admits to the stuff of what he did to Mollie, like entertain her, but doesn't go into full detail about how he actually lied to Carmen, was crawling with Mollie behind Carmen's back. He doesn't go into detail in that, and instead tries to make Mollie look like the crazy one and someone who's lying and manipulating everything, when really it's just him not being honest and direct.
Up to now, in his recent video, he still did it. Though he admitted that he cheated on Carmen, which the people knew already because he known for being a cheater, he never stated the full details as to how he cheated on her with Mollie. Now, was Corey genuine in the video, or did he try to justify his cheating? I feel that Corey made this video because he wanted to show Carmen his love, respect, and honor to her. He is trying to find a way to prove that he has changed to Carmen and that Carmen can trust him again, and after doing this video, he has to make sure that he will never cheat on his wife ever again, because after all the things that he said, if he gets caught cheating again, it's gonna look really bad on him. It's going to show that he really isn't genuine and really didn't mean anything he said in that video. So at this point, it's really hard to see if he was being genuine in the video. I do feel that he should have gone into proper detail of how he cheated, etc., and really apologized to Carmen publicly, because that's why he's doing this, right? He wants the public to see everything. Therefore, he should have gone into full detail about everything and really apologized for it. When he mentioned his past, it was unsure sure if he was really trying to dive in and figure out if that's why he's doing what he's doing, or if that was just a justification of why he cheats now. It's really hard to tell, but at the end of the day, he is an adult and he should know better. Like, he should know better from right and wrong, especially because he's been caught several times. But what do you guys think? Now, this season was really crazy because it went as far as Mollie claiming that Carmen told her that Corey had an STD.
Person, like how you lied and told me that this man had herpes on the phone. Like,
wait, what?
I'm fine with you. Yeah, you told me that this man had herpes.
No, I did not. That was
yes,
no.
you did,
Wait.
Yes,
Let
you
me
did.
talk if you're gonna
Don't
make
I
that
know?
because they're
I
gonna
guess
drag
you
this.
did.
Now, we can't confirm if he had an STD or not because obviously there's no proof or anything out there. If all the accusations against Corey was proven false, they could actually file a case against Mollie for defaming him online, as you can see here, according to Google. However, whether he has an STD or not, it was illegal for Mollie to expose Corey for having an STD. If the STD accusations were true and he allegedly infected Carmen and he was aware that he is not clean, Carmen can file charges against Corey as well. My personal opinion though, I don't think that Corey has herpes, because if he had herpes, I doubt Carmen would still be with him. If she started getting red lumps, who would want to be with their man after getting red lumps on their coochie? You feel me? Because if that happened to me, there's no way I'm staying with you, man. It's the biggest betrayal ever. Like, not only did you cheat on me, but now you gave me something that's gonna be stuck with me for the rest of my life. Saying that, she said that Carmen lied and said that Corey had herpes. But she's saying that she never said that, and at this point, it's only her word against Mollie's. Maybe there's a chance that she said that probably to scare Mollie away so Mollie wouldn't keep sleeping with him. Or maybe she did not say that at all and Mollie made it all up. We will never know the truth to that story, but I don't think he has herpes. Now, did Corey really mean this?
No, suck my, you can die, that baby can die, y'all can die, who entertain that shit, I don't care, bro. I want to slap the bitch, boy, I swear to God, bro. I don't even put my hand on women, but boy, sometimes one will make you just want to put their ass in the dirt. Oh God, I mean that.
From the looks of it, it sounds like he's really angry and frustrated with the whole situation, and he's speaking out of anger. Do I really think he wishes on a baby? No. And this is why. Because when Mollie talked about it on the live, he even said,
Y'all talk death on my child.
Nobody said nobody's spoke different, nobody child. We never talk about her kids in a bad way, y'all.
I personally feel that he was so angry that he didn't even realize what he said himself. That's why when Mollie spoke about it, he's like, yeah, we never said that, guy. Not because I feel like he's lying and he's like deliberately saying that even though it's on video. I think he's saying that because he really thinks that he wouldn't say anything like that, but he doesn't realize how angry he got and how his anger took over and said those things. So personally, I don't think he really means that. Does that make it okay to say though? Hell no. You should definitely not speak like that on anyone's child. Like, at the end of the day, the child is the victim in the situation, so you really need to watch what you say. Not only that, talking about wanting to slap someone, etc. like that because he's so angry. He's talking about girls can make you so mad that you just want to slap them sometime. He should be really careful what he says on live, because if something was to happen to Mollie and her child, this live will incriminate him. Not only that, Mollie seems to have a habit of lumping Corey and Carmen together, because if you notice, she said, y'all said that.
Y'all talk death on my child.
Y'all said that when Carmen never said that. It was Corey. The child looks like Mollie's other baby daddy. However, it's also possible that he can't be the father of the child, because while she conceived TJ, she's in a relationship with him and there's what he called non-genetic inheritance. He may not be an ex-partner, but if he had sex with Corey and conceived the baby while she's in a relationship with him, this can be possible. According to research from the University of New South Wales, there's a type of non-genetic inheritance that means your kids could wind up looking like a past sex partner. The researchers say that the resemblance is because immature eggs absorb molecules in the seminal fluid of your first mate. Damn, the more you know. Now, in one part of the live, Corey blames the T pages for a lot of this all happening. Is he right in that? Now, it's the T pages' job, then he couldn't blame them. He couldn't blame the official OT O'Shea. Carmen herself even allowed the T page and Mollie to escalate everything by going live with them. If they haven't entertained them, this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't go the mile that it has now. And there's nothing wrong with Carmen wanting to debunk the claims that Mollie was making up, which they almost cleared up until Corey interfered with that live and made things worse. But they're the ones who have the bigger platforms, and if they wanted to clear everything up, instead of Corey avoiding to go into the full detail about his relationship with Mollie and continuing calling her delusional, if he wanted this to stop, all he had to do legit was just take the DNA test. And I get it, you don't want to have to do things because of the people and stuff like that, but don't even think about the people. At this point, think about the kid. Think about the kid who's going to see this and be confused. Do it for the kid. Corey claimed that since he and Mollie broke up, it wasn't only Carmen that Mollie harassed, but all the girls that Corey talked to in the past. He then interviewed a girl acting like this was the biggest breakthrough, like this is evidence, but that still doesn't prove Corey's claim. He didn't show us any concrete proof that Mollie harassed every girl he dated. Him going live with someone he said that he once dated is also not concrete proof to back up his claim. If she showed us messages, receipts, then yes, that will be the case. Like if he really wanted to prove that Mollie is this delusional crazy person that he says she is, he really has to sit down and show everything. And I know what it's like to deal with crazy people. I was cyberstalked for a while. You guys seen that video. I broke everything down with every shred of evidence, and 90% of my fan base knew. They knew what was up and they knew it was the truth. 99%, I would say. There was a small percentage that were dumb enough, even though I had evidence, and they end up getting burned. You feel me? But if Corey actually did that and sat down and showed all the evidence, then yeah, he would have a case. Going live is good, but without concrete evidence, it's nothing, and it's just gonna put you in a deeper hole. Now, Mollie mentions about calling out Corey online because he wanted to get his attention to take the DNA test. Is she right for doing so? Now, if Mollie wanted Corey to take a DNA test, she should have escalated this to the court so the court will order him to do so. Says here, should a father refuse to take paternity test, he will be found in contempt of court and the judge will eventually issue a court order for him to take one. If he refused to take a paternity test, he will be found in contempt of court, which is a contempt of court, often referred to simply as contempt, is the offense of being disobedient to a disrespectful toward a court of law and its officers in the form of behavior that opposes or defies the authority's justice and dignity of the court. If you're in contempt of court, the court may impose fines or jail time, as you can see here. However, if she didn't want to escalate this to the court and Corey didn't want to take a paternity test either, she could possibly get the DNA from Corey's parents or grandparents. However, it's still advisable to get the DNA directly from the father to get accurate result, according to the divorcelawfortworth.com, as you can see here. Let's say if Corey's parents didn't want to get involved, well, she could ask assistance from Aiden's mother and get a sibling DNA test. As it says here, yes, it is possible to have a DNA paternity test without the father's direct involvement by using possible or unknown siblings. In these siblings tests, the DNA of two individuals with the same biological mother is compared and to determine the likelihood that they have the same biological father. However, this can get wrong since the two were only half siblings. They only share 25% of their DNA, so it's still best to get tests directly from Corey. So Mollie really didn't have to go online to do all this. She just had to go to court. Now, Corey shouldn't have made promises such as helping Mollie's other baby daddy to get out of the situation, aka restraining order keeping the children away from him.
Like I say, bro, I respect you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up once I got this shit and we'll just go forward, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I got my lawyer, so you know I'm here to help you get your shit situated. Cause that shit fucked up how she's like holding the kids from you.
He knew how dangerous this man was.
And while she worried about Ada, tell her to find her baby dad.
They gonna know her baby daddy. Her baby dad just been beating the hell out of her ass and she had to run from his ass. That's what it is.
Well, he need to beat her ass again for lying.
I'll pay his ass to do it.
Especially because Mollie had a previous history with him where he physically abused her. It might not be intentional on Corey's side. It's either he's bribing this man or the man just took advantage of the platform and Corey's power and wealth, hoping that this would get him out of the current situation. Mollie confirmed that his baby daddy was under the restraining order, as you can see here. And as you can see here, she was afraid that her other baby daddy would hurt her, since last time he allegedly sent people over to her house to break her windows, which could be exaggeration because last time Mollie said it was just his ex-girlfriend or his current girlfriend at the time that broke her window. And if you look here, she also had history with him where he physically abused her, and there were pictures. Mollie mentioned that her baby daddy was going to jail.
My other baby daddy finna go to jail for child abuse, beating women, drugs. He got too many charges, okay?
Even though there's no proof of any other charges, he did say that Mollie put charges towards him. So we can cross that out and know, okay, this did happen.
Baby, keep it from my kids. She put the law on me, put charges on me against my kids, so I can't come around or contact her through no third party. Seeing that my family see my kids.
And just so everyone's on the same page, let's define jail first, okay? When someone is in jail, meaning he's one of those awaiting for trial only, whereas a prison describes a place of convicted criminals. As you can see here, the definition, according to Merriam-Webster.com. Now, in his situation, he was only going to jail and awaiting trial. So there isn't any, yes, you did this, yes, you did abuse Mollie, etc. And Corey mentioned how he has lawyers and was going to help get him out of the situation. Look, at the end of the day, it's something I would not put my foot in, nothing I will entertain, and I honestly don't know why he is entertaining and helping this man. It could possibly be a way to get back at Mollie, but if you were smarter, you would not get into that situation. At the end of the day, there have been no trial yet, as that I know of. Maybe there has, maybe there hasn't. So I would not be helping this man, and from the sounds of it, sounds like Corey does know because he mentioned it to his mother, and this man could be lying straight through the phone, so I personally would not trust him. Now, there was a rumor going around that Corey actually paid Mollie's baby daddy to go on the phone. Not only that he was going to actually pay the lawyer fee. And this was spread by actually Mollie.
Y'all, and he even paid my other baby daddy to get on the phone with him. This man is paying off his lawyer fees, his court fees. That is they deal. He clearly just said it on live. Those of you who have watched the live.
It sounds to me that Mollie misinterpreted what Corey said. This is what he actually said.
I respect you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up once I got this shit and we'll just go forward. I got my lawyer, so I'm here to help you get your shit situated. Cause that shit fucked up how she's holding the kids for you at the end of the day. That shit lame as so. I'm gonna hit you up.
He never said that he was gonna pay for lawyer fees. He didn't exactly say what he was going to do, but he said he was gonna help him out of that situation. In what way? We don't know. Was he going to talk to a lawyer? Was he going to find him the best lawyer and give it to him, and then he was gonna pay the fees? You feel me? There was no mention of him paying fees. That was assumption from Mollie. Maybe it is, but we really don't know. I personally don't think he would. Who's one who would pay for someone else's lawyer fees? You know how much that is? I really highly doubt he's gonna pay someone else's lawyer fees, okay? He might be rich, but I don't think he's that rich, guys. I'm just saying.
Now, Mollie's IG page ended up getting taken down, and she also made the claim that it was hacked, basically insinuating it was Corey that somehow hacked her account. Now, did he really do that, and is that a possibility? We have to get into that, especially with the receipts that she gave us to really figure out what happened. So these are the ways to temporarily deactivate or permanently delete an account. So the owner temporarily deactivating it or permanently deleting it. So you can log onto your Instagram from a mobile browser. You can temporarily disable your account from within the Instagram app. Tap your profile picture in the bottom right and tap profile, then tap edit profile. Scroll down, then tap temporary disable my account in the bottom right. You can also delete your account by a laptop or a computer, and if you temporarily disable your account, your profile photos, comments, and likes will be hidden until you reactivate it by logging back in. You can only disable your Instagram account from a computer or mobile browser. So that's a possibility. Maybe she did that. But anyway, let's go into the second one. IG deleting it because she violated Instagram guidelines. Now, this is also a possibility, okay? And it says here, your Instagram account got deleted either because you violated one or more Instagram community guidelines or because of a mistake. And under this, Instagram may ban or disable your account if you receive 3 or 4 reports. It says, how many reports does it take to ban an Instagram account? It takes around 3 to 4. Isn't that crazy? It could be more nowadays. This report was back in the 30th of July 2020 by Alarmane Exclusive. I probably butchered their name. But basically, it takes around that many reports to get your account shut down. So someone could make fake ask for accounts and then hack your ish. But maybe that won't happen because they'll be able to tell by the number, etc. Maybe it has to be legit Instagram account. So maybe he paid for people to report her account. I don't know. If anyone can report on Mollie's Instagram account, as you can see here, why you're reporting this, as you can see here, which result into deleting her Instagram accounts. Let's say it's not Corey who tried to disable her account, but his fans on his behalf of him by reporting her Instagram many times. However, to prove that somebody who has no access to her account reported it, she would have been presented with this error. Your account has been disabled for violating our terms. You can learn more in the help center. And it doesn't look like she received that. She should also receive this notice from Instagram warning her about her account might be deleted. As you can see here, that's something that we have not received from her either. Now, if someone hacked or disabled her account, you would immediately get a notice from Instagram, right? And it will tell you about you got a new login from an unrecognized device, and she would have seen this picture right here. We notice a new login, etc, etc. And if someone logged into your account using a new device, you will receive this notice here. On Facebook, an unrecognized device used to attempt to access your account, etc. And that was for her Facebook, because her Facebook got taken down too. However, in Mollie's receipt, she only showed us these screenshots were her appeals after her account were deactivated. My Instagram account was deactivated, and on August the 2nd and 18, she reported that her Instagram account was deactivated. She never provided receipts that would show how her account was deactivated, whether IG and Facebook deactivated it, because people kept reporting her account. So at this point, it's really hard to tell if she was hacked or if she really got reported on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because when my team asked her about the error message to see if she received it, she said she deleted it. I'm like, yo, who deletes that? Like, that's good evidence. Why would you delete that? So it's just, I don't know, man. She could be capping. And if that's the case, why would Corey say that she paid for people? Because maybe it's all fake. Maybe this whole thing is fake. It is so weird.
First of all, we can't say Mollie lied about the DNA test because she and Corey showed no proof to debunk her claim. We can't also say that Corey lied about her denials on taking the DNA test only because there's nothing to support nor debunk his claims. The only thing that we will debunk or support both of their claims is a concrete proof. Example, the exact time, place, date, what Corey did during the day when Mollie claimed he took the DNA test, or the document itself. That Corey took a DNA test or Corey never took a DNA test, because technically their claims may be valid, but we still can't argue, debunk, support it since we don't have concrete proof. All we have are words uttered from their mouths that obviously can be manipulated. If we conclude that Mollie is stating the truth because of the fact that Mollie showed no receipts, when we will still be stating a fallacy called argument from ignorance. It's an argument where you believe someone's claim because the other didn't provide a concrete evidence to debunk his or her claim. However, we will spot the lies based on the statements from the previous and now that contradict each other. Here are some of the claims where they committed the fallacy of inconsistency after they made a contradictory claim. Mollie said in her previous video that she believed the possibility of Corey being the father of her child, and it's a 50-50. So 50-50 chance. Number 1. Mollie said in a previous live that she believed that it was the possibility of Corey being the father of her child. She said it was the 50-50 chance, right?
My bad, Queen Bay. Okay, but look though, we met up in Florida Park and he gave me a paper. He gave me a white piece of paper. He said that the DNA test was fake to y'all. But to me, he told me that this shit was real. That day, let me see the DNA test he had.
So one of them by him or no? Because somebody was like a DNA
It's a 50-50 chance. I'm not gonna lie. It's a 50-50 chance. I had Corey July the 25th, something like that, and I conceived July the 28th. I had to my ex after August.
Oh, damn. So yeah, it's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50.
As you can see, she went live. She said she saw the results. Then after that, she went with official OTL Shade and said there's a 50-50 chance. But then she gets live again, right? And she said it's a 99.9%. That's what the test results said.
He gave me the piece of paper. He opened the piece of paper. I said, "What is this?" He said, "Read." I read it and it said 99.9%. 999%.
But you saw the test results before. You said it was a 50-50 chance.
Number 2. This year in June 2021, we uploaded a video where Mollie said that they met at a park to discuss the DNA test.
Okay, but look though, we met up in Florida Park and he gave me a paper. He gave me a white piece of paper. He said that the DNA test was fake to y'all. But to me, he told me that this shit was real. That day, let me see the DNA test he had.
Now, the issue was brought up again this year, and Mollie insisted that Corey took the DNA test and they met at the park.
Which one though you said?
Yeah, he already took one. We had met up in Florida Park. He gave me the piece of paper. He opened the piece of paper. I said, "What is this?" He said, "Read." I read it and it said 99.9%. 999%. I had receipts on there too. It's on my YouTube video. He stopped claiming him when we got exposed. He stopped taking care of him when we got exposed.
The T page then posts this message between Corey and Mollie to prove that they met at the Florida park to take a DNA test. However, it seemed like Mollie contradicted herself because last year we made a video about Mollie claiming that she and Corey were seeing each other behind Carmen's back. She even showed these messages between her and Corey dated August the 9th where she described how she and Corey met at the same park on the same day, as posted on the screenshots used by the T page, August the 9th, and never talked about the DNA test.
August the 9th. This was when we met up at the park.
When we met at the park,
He said, "Come on." I said, "Bet, I'm on the way." He said, "How far?" I lied and said 20 minutes because you feel me, I was trying to surprise him or whatnot. He said, "Goddamn, this you." He said, "I love you a lot, man." I said, "I love you too." And I'm going to show y'all this message or that it's too explicit.
Now, not only did they allegedly meet up, but apparently they got intimate with each other as well.
Last month in September, when we had sometime in August, I had skipped my period. So I didn't have my cycle the whole month of September.
It was just to go there, she was surprising him, and they hooked up. She never talked about the DNA test that day. She only talked about how she met up with Corey at the park and had sex with him. Now, the same scenario was brought up again, so it's obvious that Mollie added new information to the same scenario at the park. She just didn't meet Corey, but they discussed the DNA test. There are only two possible things in this scenario. Either number one, Mollie lied, made up a story, and just added new information to continue to tear Corey down, or Mollie never opened up about the DNA test last year because she chose not to. It's just really sus, and at this point it is really hard to tell if she actually is lying or she was just not adding that to the story last year. I don't know, it's just a bit off to me.
he stopped claiming him when we got exposed. He stopped taking care of him when we got exposed.
Another thing to note here, if Corey was taking care of the child, Mollie should be able to have evidence or some type of receipt to prove that she was receiving money for the child. Yes, she did receive money from him ages ago on other things, but not specifically on the child. How specifically was he taking care of the child? And because she fails to go into details about that, it's like it makes the story a little bit unbelievable.
Number 3. Corey said this wasn't his text messages. He said, "Those are not my messages. You're about crazy as hell to really believe this. I went live, already proved all this was a lie also." However, when he got exposed, he then claimed that this was indeed his number, which was old and was like 2 years old.
This why you pushing it, bro? Yeah, old, bro. It's 2 years old.
But he lied again, because if the number was 2 years old, 2019, why was he still talking to Mollie last year before they got exposed and even confirmed that he was sending money?
For the whole month of September.
During this time, they was still talking. Now, he gave her more money, but through another YouTuber's account. According to Corey, he gave her money to help her out.
Be communicate this girl because I be trying to help out sometimes.
And since we proved that this was his number, we can conclude that Mollie and Corey really had been texting before they got exposed. And number 4, of course, since we knew he was in Alabama, that time he lied when he said he was in Houston. Houston, so how the F I meet you in Alabama? Make it make sense. From Carmen's video herself, we can prove that he lied.
And today is Friday. Today's Friday. Corey's out of town. He'll be back Sunday.
As you can see below, August the 7th is on a Friday. And the text messages said August the 7th, which was a Friday. Now, let's get to this bloody damn topic about is Carmen paying the T-pages. Now, you guys know in the previous video, I said that I messaged Carmen and that I would add it into my conclusion. Now, the official Ulti O'Shea was upset because I played a clip where she said herself that once she got paid.
No, ma'am. I screenshot all my texts and I sent you the screenshots. I never took money from Carmen. I never, when she offered to get me to delete stuff, it was only like once, never in my life.
And people were coming for her. She was upset. Her fans were coming for me saying I lied, especially because I messaged Carmen and Carmen said this and said that. And I'm like, I know. Why did I not include it in my video? So they assumed that I didn't include it in my video on purpose. Like I was doing some evil shit or some stuff. I don't know. But these mother effers have dirty ears, bro, because they must have not heard when I said that I was going to include that message and that conclusion. Which is now you're stupid. Okay, so to really understand this, we really need to analyze. She said once.
I never took money from Carmen. I never, when she offered to get me to delete stuff, it was only like once. Never in my life.
Yo, what's up? You see me? Look at my eyebrows. Okay, so she thinks that I edited this, right? So this is actually from Men and Monroe's video. She's actually referenced in my description because I put my references there. And this is not edited at all. Watch.
I never took money from Carmen. I never, when she offered to get me to delete stuff, it was only like once. Never in my life.
So, I highly doubt Madeline Monroe edited this because this was live. She filmed this live and then uploaded it, and it's like 2 hours long. I really highly doubt that Madeline Monroe went back into her video, cropped some things out. I doubt it, okay? Madeline Monroe, let us know in the comments. I know you didn't edit this video. Be like, yes, Marta, I didn't. I just know. I know she didn't edit it. So you should have been very clear on what do you mean by once. And we even gave you an opportunity. I messaged you, and you never pulled through. Message you to speak on you, do a little interview or whatever, and put it on the channel because I really wanted to ask you this question. What do you mean by?
It was only like once.
What do you mean by that?
It was only like once.
What was once? Okay, now remember that. That's what she said. And then Carmen said this.
I did one time. I said stop posting because all she wants clout, and she accepted it.
Exactly.
She accepted it.
Exactly. That's different.
She accepted it. I can post little message my self.
Guys, let me know in the comment section right now. Am I wrong to think that Carmen did pay official OTO Shade and she accepted it? Am I wrong to think that? After hearing what you heard, am I wrong to think that? I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, nah, I would think the same thing too, right? So let's move forward and let's look into it a little bit more deeper. So I messaged Carmen. This is what she said. I said, hey Carmen, this is for YouTube. Could I please have the receipt of the official OTO Shade accepting payment for you to take down a story regarding Mollie and her saying that Mollie was doing too much for clout? You mentioned it in your video you was going to post it, and the official OTO Shade said she didn't say that. Oh, I don't know what I meant by that. But she responded saying, hey, I recently spoke to her and we came to an understanding that I personally didn't mean to say she accepted that. Just like the other T pages was saying Corey was paying, there was never proof, which is true. There's no proof of this. And the T pages do have a habit of putting their foot in their mouth when they say one thing, but they never bring proof to the table. Anyway, the live, we all was mad and heated up, but I apologized to her for the way my comment came, because we was being accused of paying people to take stuff down when it wasn't true. So what I got from that is that she's heated and she just said that, or maybe it just came out wrong, right? Let's listen to it again.
She accepted it.
Exactly.
She accepted it.
Exactly. That's different.
She accepted it. I can post little message my fucking self, because she even said she was going to stop posting her because she's doing too much for clout.
Okay, so after that live, Carmen ended up sending this to the official OTO Shade, and the official OTO Shade ended up posting this on her IG when I made my video. But anyway, Carmen says, what's the problem? Because I never had one and I always just try to explain myself to have an understanding instead of you thinking I'm making excuses. How am I coming at you? You literally lied on me on live and had people coming at me like you paid me off, ? I even said that on FaceTime with Corey. I clearly said I didn't have a problem with you, but you lied on me and you never said anything or apologized to me. You said this publicly and had people coming at me sideways and didn't even bother to apologize publicly. Because I wasn't talking about I paid you. What? No, I said I offered to pay because people were saying Corey was paying people off when that was a lie. I never had the chance to apologize when Corey blocked you on my page. So let's look into this again. What the hell does she mean? I wasn't talking about I paid you that. What? I didn't pay you. What? No, I said I offered to pay because people were saying Corey was paying people off when that was a lie. See, this is why you don't do messages, guys. You do voice messages, because this probably means something else and can be taken out of context.
I did one time. I said stop posting because she wants clout, and she accepted it.
Exactly.
She accepted.
So, y'all, I have no idea what to tell you guys. I really don't. I don't understand. I don't. The whole thing is mixed. It's confusing because I'm playing devil advocate, okay? The official OTO Shade did say that she never accepted anything from Carmen in her life. You know what I mean? And then she said only once. Only once what? And because she refuses, well, I don't know if she's refusing or ignoring me, she doesn't want to come and talk about it, and she deleted the messages and everything off her page. It looks sus. This is why people like you and YouTubers get in drama, because you can't explain things properly. When things are brought up and questioned, you need to explain it properly because it doesn't make sense. It just does not make sense. Even Carmen's response, it still doesn't make sense now. Putting everything together, I'm trying to understand, why would you say that? Why would you say that if it's not true? But at the end of the day, there is no evidence to show it is true. And I personally deep down feel like Carmen wouldn't pay the T page or Corey. I know they have money, but I don't think they would want to waste their money on that. That's just my opinion, bro. That's just my opinion. So it's like, I don't think they will pay it, but maybe there was a one time that she did pay her something. I don't know, guys. I just feel like my intelligence is being fucked with and I do not appreciate it. And that's because maybe they're not good at explaining and breaking things down properly. Like, what do you guys think? Am I wrong? I feel like my intelligence is being like with at this point. Okay, so if it is true, then it is a possibility that she did get paid, she didn't show the proper receipt before, and they both want to cover each other because Carmen's gonna look bad for paying the official OTL Shade, and the official OTL Shade is gonna look really bad for accepting it. Remember in the messages, she did say she FaceTimed Corey. Why did you FaceTime Corey? Did you come up with a plan? Like, what's going on? Was there a plan to cover everything up so you guys will look good for social media? So that could also also be a possibility as well. But again, I have no evidence to back that up. That's just my conspiracy. Now, at the end of the day, all these people involved in this drama, Carmen, Corey, Mollie, have lied about something. It is really hard to trust Mollie, especially when she brings things to social media and she's the one who starts it and makes assumptions on a lot of things. She's the one who brings it and makes things a lot more worse. She's the one who gave the information to Antoine. Like, Antoine's obviously gonna post it on social media if you remember season 1 on How to Catch a Cheater. I definitely feel that Mollie is problematic. I don't think she is 100% honest, but I also don't think Corey is 100% honest either. And I think her behavior brings out their flaws as well and shows a lot of problematic behaviors of their personality traits, especially Corey. There's a lot of issues that Corey needs to work on. They bring out the worst in each other, and it's a very toxic dynamic, if that's even a word. Is that a word? Not only that, throw in some tea pages that are not going to bring proper receipts and just spread rumors and word of mouth about Carmen and Corey paying people. Then throw in the fans that make things 10 times worse and make assumptions and then tell Mollie that Carmen was talking about Mollie when really she was talking about Bianca. And then you got this whole toxic environment. So everyone is at fault at this point, okay? Probably even me. I think I'm the innocent angel trying to bring sense to all of this. But hey, what do I know? I really hope you guys enjoyed this season. It was really big. It was a lot. I really had to break it down. But hey, there's so much I'm going to talk about. I can't wait to start talking about some new stuff. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, notifications, smash that like button, and maybe I'll see you guys in another season. Peace.